Osborne Books, Chapter 1. You work as an accounts assistant for Nature Valley Hospitality Group, a business that runs 3 small hospitality venues: Orchard Cafe, Butterflies Bistro, Bumblebee. These are restaurants in your local area. All the properties are rented and you've been asked to analyse the previous year's figures and calculate the total cost, the profit and return on investment for each venue. It's saying here, save the file with the appropriate location and rename it as Matt's TZ1 Chapter 1 Answers, and then we can complete the following tasks. If I'm saving it for the first time or I'm changing the name, it will go File, Save As. I need to call it Matt's TZ Chapter 1, capital A for Answers, or Answer, and then press Save. It's now got the questions here, but I want to be able to do the tasks alongside, so I'm going to click on View, New Window, View, Arrange All, Vertical. I'm going to click on the right hand side on the spreadsheet that I want to be working on, and on the left I'll have the questions. So question 1, format the heading A1 to be bold and 16. So I'm going to click on A1, go to Home, drop down on Font, Bold and 16. I could have done Control and B. Question 2, format the column headings on row 3 as bold, aligned to the right side of the cells and wrap so that the texts are on 2 rows. So I'm going to left click in the middle and hold down and drag across so I could do them all at the same time. Drop down on alignment, wrap text and right aligned, and you'll see that they are on 2 lines. It says format the heading for running costs in A5 as italics. Running costs is here. I could do Control and I or Font and I. Make sure that the icon is active. It says enter the heading costs and revenue for the year ended 20-2 in A3. So costs and I want it in bold. I'm going to do Control B, or you could go Font and B. It says use appropriate formula to calculate the total running costs for each of the venues in row 18. I want to do a formula, so I could either go Edit in Home and Auto Sum, or Formula and Auto Sum. I want to add up all the costs, so I'm going to click from here where it says running costs, raw materials, left click, hold, drag down to the end, or type B6:B14 and enter. Check the figures on your calculator, and if you're happy, move your mouse to the corner where you get a black plus, left click, hold and drag, so you've replicated. I now want to use an appropriate formula to calculate the profit for each venue in row 20. So again, I want to do a formula and I want to minus revenue from costs. So I'm going to go equals, open bracket. Click on the revenue, minus the total cost figure that I just calculated, close the bracket and enter. Check it on your calculator. If you're happy, go to the corner, left click, hold and replicate. It's now saying format B4 to D20 as currency with no decimal places and ensure all data can be seen. So B4, left click, hold to D20. I like to right click format cells because I can do everything in one go. Currency, 0 decimal places and OK. You'll see that the data's changed. It's saying ensure all data can be seen fully, so I just want to make sure. I'm going to go magic triangle, click between A and B or B and C on the line, and it will adjust all the columns in one go. I'm now being asked to use a formula to calculate the return on investment for each of the venues in row 22 and format the figures as a percentage to 1 decimal place. So I'm going to go to return on investment equals open bracket. I'm going to go profit divided by money invested, close brackets, and that's my answer. Check it on your calculator if you're happy. I'm going to format that as percentage. Now you could either come to here to number and do the percentage and then increase or decrease decimal places, but I like to format cells, percentage, and drop it down to 1 decimal place. When I'm happy, go to the corner, left click, hold, replicate across, and I've done that. I now want to add borders around A3 to D22. So I'm going to click on A3 down to D22. I'm going to click on font, go to where it's borders and say all borders. And you'll see borders around everything there. I'm being asked to use conditional formatting to highlight the highest profit figure in row 20. So I'm going to highlight the figures in row 20. I'm going to go to conditional formatting and I'm going to say top because I want the highest. Top 10. As I only want 1, I'm going to click on 1. And I wanted that to be with a green background. So I'm going to click on the drop down, customize. I'm going to go to fill, color background and choose a green and click OK. And as that's my highest figure, you'll see that that's taken form. It says I want to apply conditional formatting to the highest return on investment in row 22 and I want that in yellow. So I'm going to highlight the return on investment, conditional formatting again, top, and change that to 1, drop down, customize, and I'm going to choose a yellow and click OK. And you'll see that the highest one's taken form. Number 12 says rename the sheet as annual ROI and colour the tab in green. So it's called start. I'm going to right click rename. I'm going to call it annual ROI and enter to keep the name, and I want to colour the tab, so I'm going to right click, colour the tab, choose the green that I like, and then you'll see that the green's taken form. I want to save the workbook, making sure that all the work that I've done has taken form. So you could click on the save icon or go file and save if you want to be sure. And there you have it, chapter 1 is now complete.